guys, and welcome back to my channel. And today we will be making Ghirardelli fudge brownies. So first, I already poured our mix into a bowl because I didn't want to do that on camera because that's boring and no one wants to see that. But this one comes with a caramel sauce. You can usually add it on top or add it in. I like to add it in. I feel it tastes better, but you can do what you want. The things you will need are 1/4 cup of water, one third cup of vegetable oil, and 1 egg. So let's get started. First, I'm going to start with 1 egg. You can beat it on the side too, but I prefer not to. So next, I'm going to add my water and then mix until combined. And I like to preheat my oven. It's kind of like a thing I do. I have like a schedule kind of. And if you hear background music, that's just TV. So I'm going to fully mix this in. Okay, now you are going to preheat your oven to okay, you're gonna preheat your oven to 325 degrees. It's not too much. I'm gonna try and fully mix it in. But there is one thing you can do with this batter that you can't usually do with others. So if you have another mix, do not do this. But if you do have the same mix, you can add a little bit of flour for thicker brownies. But I prefer not to, because I did make these before. And now I'm going to add in my 1/3 cup of oil. You do not want to waste ingredients, and I decided it would be a good idea to make content for you guys since, well, there's nothing really to do. And if you I live in California, but if you live in another state, they're pretty bad. But over here, it's not that. Well, it is really bad, but you should still stay at home. Doesn't mean that you shouldn't stay at home. This is a thick brownie mix. Wow. Okay, so I'm just going to add more water because I do think it can be thinner. Here we go. Mix. I'm gonna mix. So I basically added 2/4 of water because I don't like that Oh, here. I'll be right back. Okay, so I'm going to fully mix this in, but on the sides is a lot of powder. I may have overwatered it. Well, I think I am going to add flour to it because I did overwater it a little bit, and this is kind of like a hack. I'm just going to put this aside real quick. So here we go. I'm probably going to add, here, I will be right back to grab a spoon. Here we go. Now I grab a whisk too. So I'm probably going to add, it does originally call for this, but I don't usually add it. So I'm using all-purpose, but I don't think you can use self-rising. I don't think you should, but I guess you can use every flour you have or want to. It's basically your choice, but I'm using all-purpose. Now I'm going to fully mix that in until, well, fully mixed. And it is mandatory that you have a thick brownie mix instead of a really watery one, because it's better if it's thicker than more watery. Here we go. And if you do overwater it, breathed in flour. Oh my gosh. So if you do overwater it, you can just add flour to help with that. So it's at a pretty thick consistency. You do want it to be like that. So when you bring it up in a spoon, it does do that. So I'm just going to use my whisk to get rid of the powder. So there's that. And now I'm going to, oh, the oven is ready. Yeah, there we go. Okay, it's kind of hard to turn off that noise, but did it. So I'm just going to cut off the top of my caramel. This caramel sauce is really good. If you do not want to add it in, just save it. Whoa! It is slippery, so do be careful. Like, I'm very clumsy. So like yesterday, I woke up with this random scab on my hand. I was like, what is this? So weird. Like, I always wake up with like this random scab and don't know what it came from. I was like, maybe it's my bed or something. I was like, it can't be my bed. My bed is like super soft. And it was super weird. Okay, so I'm just going to keep adding this caramel. And I'm not going to time-elapse it because lots of you in the comments asked for if I do like a baking video, because I do love to bake and cook, but I don't usually show it on camera. It's like, because when I do a video like this, I really don't like to time-elapse them. So you guys know like how much time it actually took me. So I'm going to mix in my caramel. And here's a little hack too. If it gets on your whisk, like here, go like this, put it in there and kind of surround it, and then keep doing it until the caramel comes off into your batter. This is a thick, nice batter because you do want it pretty thick. I'm just going to keep mixing that. Oh no, I forgot something. I forgot the pan. Brown pan. And if you didn't already, please go make sure to follow me on TikTok. My TikTok account is Goalie Teacher's Pet 1. And that's all one word. So, yeah. And I'm just going to go grab something real quick. Oh my God. Here we go. Oh my gosh. Okay. So sorry guys, I'm back. Okay, so I'm just gonna use this. And you do want to grease it. I find that oil works best, but you can use whatever you want. So here's my greasing technique. I do like to put a little bit of oil in the middle, not too much. You do not want to over grease it. And then kind of spread it around, but that's not all you're gonna do because that doesn't really work that well. And you do not want to leave excess oil because then no one likes oily brownies. That's just gross. Well, they won't taste gross, but like the texture is like, no thank you. So you're just gonna take one paper towel, don't waste them, and kind of dip it in there because you want to use it to get the sides, because this has happened to me and my sister when we were trying to make a cake one time. We forgot to grease the pan side. Well, we did the bottom and all the sides came off, so it was like a tiny middle, and you do not want to do that. So you want to make sure to grease it really well, the bottom and especially the sides. And my hands are disgusting. I'm going to rinse them. Here we go. Okay, sorry guys, I'm not a professional and I keep like walking away. So next, before the oil like kind of like evaporates or something. I don't know what I'm saying. Okay, I'm going to grab my whisk and put it to the side and pour in my batter. Pour. Okay. And my technique is to I don't like to leave parts on the inside or on the edges and sides. I like to get it all because this isn't too much brownie mix and I'm using a huge pan. So I do need to get all of it out. So here's a bowl that I'm using. Oh, and here's another cake story time. So basically, story time. So when me and my sister were making a cake, I was like, hey, let's make cake pops. My sister was like, no. I was like, okay, because I didn't really know how to make cake pops, and I thought you need to use these circular pans, but that is not the case. And we actually we didn't try. And one time we were like, okay, let's make a cake. And we made it. This was before quarantine and everything. And we went to the store to buy cake mix and frosting. And has anyone else had this experience? We made a vanilla cake. We brought it out and iced it, and it was disgusting. I don't know why. It's just that I don't know. The cake flavor was just overall really gross. Okay. So now I'm going to put this in the oven, and I would like to thank you for watching part 1. I am going to make a part 2 of me because I need to clean up my area and put this in the oven. So I'd like to thank you for watching part 1 and make sure to go check out part 2. Have a nice day. Goodbye, everyone. Stay healthy.